Arizona's playing Kansas State Friday night. Clear your schedule. I mean, I know some of you got high school football. Once you get home from high school football, watch this game. This is America's College Football Conference, but it's not a conference game. Somehow, some way, these games were already scheduled. So even though Arizona and Kansas State are in the same conference and they're playing Friday, this is not a conference game. But it's a good one. There is no way Kansas State has run their offense this year. They ho-hummed their way through 2 weeks. They almost lost to Tulane. You simulate that game again, more times than not, they probably do lose that game, but they won it. But they won the first 2 weeks with Avery Johnson carrying the ball 11 times for 77 yards. That's the quarterback there. And against UT Martin and Tulane's one thing. And DJ Giddens, the running back there, he's run for 7.4 yards per carry. I got to imagine Avery Johnson could run the ball 11 times in this game alone. They may be saving that for conference play or saving that for bigger games. Whatever their thinking is whatever it is. But that is not Kansas State's offense. It can't be. Now, are they going to need it here? Like, do they need him to take over the game on the ground? Because they got a couple guys in the backfield they trust to carry the ball. Kansas State, 498 rush yards this year so far through 2 games. That's 7.8 per carry. So they're really good at running the ball. Arizona, 82nd run defense in the country. It's very early. So you've played 2 opponents. So it is what it is. Arizona, fast start. Very important here. Very important because obviously run-oriented teams have to change game script if they have to play catch-up. I think they can attack Kansas State on the edges here. Tet McMillan may be the best wide receiver in the country or one of the very best in the country. There is wild fluctuation in the outcome week 1 to week 2 for Arizona. They played New Mexico and lit them up. They played Northern Arizona last week, and it was awful. They were 0 of 10 on third down. They had 10 penalties. They had 361 total yards. McMillan had like 1 catch. So that's not their offense either. But listen to this. So Tulane last week. If you start thinking about what Arizona could do through the air, Tulane last week against Kansas State had completed passes of 15 yards, 17 yards, 17 yards, 53 yards, 36, 37, 28, 47, 22, and 26. They lit Kansas State up through the air and with yards after the catch. And all due respect to John Summerall and the guys down at Tulane, there is no Tet McMillan on Tulane. There is on Arizona. First quarter is very important here. Does Kansas State have to open it up? They can throw the ball. It's not their forte, yeah. But they can throw the ball. But if they start churning out 7 or 8 yards per carry, then it becomes a little more fundamental and academic for them. Let's take a look at what the model thinks, Colin. Kansas State minus 7.5 right now at FanDuel. If you talk about game script one way or the other, the model massively leans Kansas State. It thinks Kansas State will take over this game. I'm not betting the game, but I'm going to ride with the model. If it's 4 points off the Vegas number, the FanDuel number, give me Kansas State to win, give me Kansas State to cover.